Your bite-sized daily roundup of the biggest news from the world of film. This is the Daily Reel with Van Connor.
Good morning, it's Monday, February the 1st. It's 17 years today, would you believe, since Janet Jackson's infamous wardrobe malfunction during the halftime show at Super Bowl 38. It's 19 years today since the college comedy Slackers was released, 8 years since the zombie rom-com Warm Bodies, and 4 entire years today since the release of horror reboot Rings. In other news, there was a reboot of the Rings series. Today's birthday to Dexter star and gamer villain Michael C. Hall, stunt and combat performer Lauren Mary Kim, King of the Biodome Pauly Shore, Harry Styles, and Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Here's your news for today. George Clooney has signed on to executive produce and star in a reboot of classic science fiction property Buck Rogers. Studio Legendary Pictures are reportedly hoping to first produce the project as a limited prestige series before spinning off into a theatrical film franchise. Originally appearing in pulp magazines in the 1920s, the character of Buck Rogers is one of the most well-established figures in the world of science fiction. The series follows as the titular spaceman of modern day falls into a state of suspended animation and wakes up in the far-flung future of the 25th century, only to find himself caught in a futuristic war between rival factions. The property would go on to inspire household names like Flash Gordon and Star Wars, and was memorably adapted into a feature and series in the late 70s, starring Gil Gerard and Erin Gray. Clooney himself is no stranger to science fiction. The Batman and Robin star recently led and directed The Midnight Sky, about a lone scientist trying to save a team of astronauts in the post-apocalyptic Arctic, and which is streaming now on Netflix.
Are you ready, eager young space cadet?
I'm all set, your hero ship, sir.
Then make way for Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century!
Director Mo Marable is set to make his feature film debut with Disney Plus's Three Men and a Baby reboot. Marable has been pretty prolific in the world of TV for a while now, on shows like Brockmire and Woke, and has already lined up Zac Efron to lead the reboot. The 1987 original starred Tom Selleck, Selleck's mustache, Ted Danson, and Steve Guttenberg, and followed 3 bachelors who find themselves forced to take care of a baby left on their doorstep by one of the trio's girlfriends. It was directed by the late great Leonard Nimoy and was the first live-action Disney feature to earn over $100 million in the US. The new version's been penned by Hot Air screenwriter Will Reichel and will be exclusive to the House of Mouse's streaming service Disney+. No release date has been set.
Hey, don't pull that so hard. It's gonna rip.
I'm not gonna rip it.
Yes, you are.
All right, well, okay, get me another diaper. I'll use the tape. I'll use the tape from the diaper. I'll tape it up. I'm an architect, for Christ's sakes. I build 50-story skyscrapers. I assemble cities of the future. I can certainly put together a goddamn diaper.
And finally, Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League has set its release date. For those enviable folk who've somehow missed this story, Justice League was originally released in 2017 and was a critical and commercial failure for Warner Brothers. The film was initially directed by Snyder, who would go on to leave the project after being struck by an awful family tragedy. With audiences having previously outright rejected Snyder's vision of DC's iconic superheroes, Warner Brothers then brought in the Avengers director Joss Whedon to reshoot up to 80% of the film and repurpose it in his own style, leaving a jumbled mess of a picture that pleased no one. Snyder's, let's call them dedicated fans, incensed at the studio's supposed betrayal, would then organise the #ReleaseTheSnyderCut movement, which hounded and harassed Warner Brothers' social media accounts from 2017 until last year, when it was announced that something akin to the original version of the film would be completed and released on the studio's streaming platform HBO Max. Between principal photography, Whedon's reshoots, and Snyder's recent pickup shoots and VFX, Justice League is now the most expensive film ever made, having cost Warner Brothers in excess of $370 million. Zack Snyder's 4-hour cut of Justice League will land on HBO Max on the 18th of March in the US, with local streaming partnerships expected internationally for day and date releasing.
You're the Batman?
So you're fast.
That feels like an oversimplification.
I'm putting together a team. People with special abilities. You see, I believe enemies are coming.
Stop right there. I'm in.
You are?
Yeah, I need friends.
Available on DVD and Blu-ray from today are Rose Glass's acclaimed feature directorial debut, the Morfydd Clark-led horror drama St. Maud, as well as 60s musical doc Echo in the Canyon, and, for the very first time on home platforms, the long-sought-after gore cut of 1994's Denise Richards and Paul Walker creature feature Tammy and the T-Rex. On Netflix from today, you can catch the Scottish zombie musical Anna and the Apocalypse, as well as the seminal teen comedy Mean Girls, action at Miss Bala, comedy Mom's Night Out, 2006 internet baby Snakes on a Plane, animated adventure The Family Fang, and the 2012 Katie Lott's horror feature The Pact. Originally intended for this past Thursday, The Queen of Black Magic arrives on Shudder, while Mubi subscribers can from today see Cowrie Oda's C-Note. In a frankly whopping content dump, and we'll try to speed this up, Amazon Prime are adding Ants, Australia, Be My Valentine, Burn Mother Burn, Coming to America, Courageous, Dazed and Confused, Down to Earth, Hitsville, The Making of Motown, How She Move, Imagine That, Just Right, Kiki, Love by Accident, Love by the 10th Date, Moulin Rouge, Notes on a Scandal, Shanghai Noon, Smooch, Spy Next Door, The Haunting in Connecticut, The Ides of March, The Last Appeal, The Prestige, There's Something About Mary, The Village, and Whitney, Can I Be Me, to their platform today. While on Freeview you can catch Ride Along 2, The Nice Guys, and the Mark Wahlberg remake of The Gambler on Film 4, while the original 1987 RoboCop and Crimson Tide are on ITV4. Your Sky Cinema and Now TV premiere for today is couples comedy The Argument. This has been the Daily Reel for Monday, February 1st. Keep it cinematic, and we'll see you tomorrow.
The Daily Reel is a Candystore production, presented by Van Connor and written by Calvin Prickett. All information is correct at the time of writing, and source links are in the description for each episode. Don't forget to rate, review and subscribe on all good podcast platforms, or ask Alexa to install the Daily Reel skill for your morning flash briefing. Follow the show on social at Daily Reel Pod, and we'll be back every weekday. Until then, keep it cinematic.